Hello my fishing friends and fellow anglers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the fishing forecast for a very special day, Saturday, the 21st of September 2025, across the beautiful waters of Ireland. This weekend holds a fascinating mix of autumnal challenges and incredible opportunities, so buckle up, because we're going to uncover some real gems that could make your fishing trip truly memorable. Will it be a day of quiet contemplation or a fierce battle with a monster fish? Stick around, and I'll tell you why this particular Saturday, with its shifting weather and a very dark moon, could surprise us all. We'll explore the best spots, the deadliest tactics, and how the conditions will shape your catches. First up, let's talk about the freshwater giants, the pike. September, my friends, is prime time for these toothy predators as they begin their pre-winter feeding frenzy. With water temperatures cooling to around 14 degrees Celsius in many lofts and slow-moving rivers, pike will be more active, chasing baitfish to bulk up. I'd recommend focusing your efforts on larger lofts like Lough Derg or Lough Ree, or even the slower stretches of rivers with good weed beds and drop-offs. Look for them holding on the edges of weed lines, submerged structures, or deeper points. For tackle, a sturdy spinning rod with a good quality reel is essential. Consider larger, natural-colored lures, such as soft plastic shades or wobblers that imitate roach or perch. My little trick here, don't be afraid to try some dead bait fishing with a float or on the bottom. A ledgered mackerel or a large roach deadbait presented near a drop-off can be absolutely deadly when the water is cooler and pike are less willing to chase. The key is to present it slowly and patiently, as they often take their time to ambush. Next, let's shift our attention to the elusive brown trout. While many trout fisheries begin to wind down, September still offers fantastic sport, especially in rivers. The slightly cooler air temperatures, peaking around 13 degrees Celsius during the day, mean trout can be found more actively feeding throughout the day. In rivers like the Nore, which has been reporting excellent angling recently, try drifting nymphs through deeper pools and runs, or even dry flies during any brief hatches in the afternoon. For lake fishing, a boat setup with a 9 to 10 foot rod rated for 6 or 7 weight lines is ideal, allowing you to cover water effectively. On the lofts, target areas around submerged reefs or the mouths of feeder streams where cooler, oxygenated water might attract them. A little bit of local knowledge goes a long way here, so don't hesitate to chat with local tackle shops or fellow anglers. Remember, many brown trout fisheries are closing on the 30th of September, so this could be one of your last chances for some cracking autumn trout. And for our coastal adventurers, the sea bass, mackerel, and pollock are still very much on the cards. September is a transitional month for sea fish, but with sea temperatures still hovering around 14 to 15 degrees Celsius, there's plenty of action to be had. Sea bass, in particular, can be excellent this time of year, especially around the new moon phase which we're experiencing. For bass, consider targeting beaches on an incoming tide, particularly in the evening as darkness falls. Ragworm, lugworm, or even peeler crab are fantastic baits on a 2 or 3 hook flapper rig. Don't forget to pack some heavier rigs for bigger baits like mackerel or squid. For mackerel and pollock, head to piers or rocky headlands, especially along the west coast. Spinning with metal lures or feather rigs at high tide can yield fantastic results. Pollock will be hugging the kelp beds in deeper water, so a jig or a weighted soft plastic fished close to the bottom will be your best bet. Always be mindful of local regulations for bass catches, friends. Now let's dig into the nitty-gritty of the conditions. Our weather forecast for September 21st, 2025. Shows morning temperatures around 9 degrees Celsius, rising to a pleasant 13 degrees Celsius at noon, then dropping back to 9 in the evening and 5 overnight. We're expecting mostly dry conditions with only about 1 to 1.5 millimeters of light rain, if any. Atmospheric pressure looks to be relatively high or rising, leading to more settled conditions after a period of unsettled weather. This settled pressure, combined with moderate to fresh southwest winds that will be decreasing later, usually means the fish will settle into a more predictable feeding pattern, though they might hold a little deeper due to the cooler water. Sunrise is at 0709 and sunset at 1926, giving us about 11 hours of daylight. Water temperatures. Across Ireland are sitting around 14 to 15 degrees Celsius for coastal areas. Inland lochs and rivers will also be feeling the autumnal chill. This means the surface activity might be reduced compared to summer, and fish, especially trout and pike, will be seeking out their preferred thermal layers. You'll need to adjust your retrieve speeds and depths accordingly. And what about our cosmic companion, the moon? On September 21st, 2025, we'll be experiencing a new moon with 0% illumination. Now, old fishing folklore often has mixed views on the new moon. Some believe the darker nights make predators like sea bass more active, closer to shore, as they use the cover of darkness to hunt. For other species, it's often considered a neutral phase, meaning the fish will respond more to other factors like pressure and temperature. So for our nocturnal base anglers, this is fantastic news. Considering all these factors, the cooler, settled weather, the decent water temperatures for autumn, and the new moon, my assessment for fishing on September 21st in Ireland is good but challenging. The fish will be there and they'll be feeding, but they might require a bit more effort and tactical thinking. It's not a turn up and catch everything day, but it's definitely a smart angler gets rewarded day. So get your gear ready, pack an extra layer for those chilly evenings, and head out there with confidence. May your lines be tight and your nets heavy. I wish you all tight lines and full creels. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful. Subscribe for more expert tips and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to autumn tactics and what species are you hoping to land this weekend? Share your wisdom with our community. Happy fishing, everyone!